You know, that's an interesting comment you put, and it made me think. Was a great idea, but people just don't know how to behave, and there's a lot of evil in humans. Well, let me say this: people don't usually write things that's beyond their capability unless they're pulling a scam, unless they have no intention of living up to the contract in which they endorse. You had the so-called founding fathers who people today still herald, still embrace, still look up to. Are you telling me that the founding fathers did not have the within their capability of making America America? Who are the people that you're talking about that didn't know how to behave? Who are the people who have the evil that run through them? Because it wasn't black people. It wasn't the slaves. You didn't free them to almost 90 years later after this document was signed. So are you telling me today that the founding fathers were never capable of fulfilling the contractual obligation that they're going to have everybody in this country live up under? The founding fathers didn't have it with them, and the generations past, none of these fathers are capable of making America to be America. It's 247 years later, bruh. Are you telling me now one generation of white people who love this country so much can't look at this document and say, I can build it? I could succeed where others failed? This is what I talk to my people. After 247 years, we should have to wait no more. This country is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be. If the founding fathers were not capable of having this country live up to the obligation, the commitment that they documented, they endorsed, this country would not have started had it not been for their endorsement. If they're not able to do it, and no generation of white people since then is capable of doing it, then people, we got to do it ourselves. We got to come up with our own constitution. And the foundation of that constitution be based on our red, black, and green laws. Protecting our bloodline is the red law. Honor, love, respect, protect is our black law. And our green law means for us to have ownership and control over the businesses, industries, and institutions to govern our way of life. We cannot live in a land where we have no ownership, control, or influence over these institutions. Right now, you see the result of that. If black people are capable of doing this for themselves, establishing their own economics, coming together as a people, controlling their own political endeavors, creating their own businesses, industries, institutions to provide for their own essential needs, educating our own children, living with peace and harmony amongst us, respecting each other, honoring our commitments, our values, our women, having our mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters at the head of our institutions, at the head of our businesses, at the head of our industries. So that no matter what we look up to, we see our own people and we're used to it. We revere them. Can you imagine your mothers and fathers in charge of your politics? What kind of laws do you think would be birthed from that if your mother was up there? Your mothers and fathers in charge of our courts. Your mother and fathers in charge of our economics. your mothers and fathers, your brothers and sisters in charge of our businesses and industries, the example setters, the standard bearers of our community will be our people. If whites were incapable of living up to the promises that they made 247 years ago, and now one generation since then has proven up to task to fulfill it, then America should be abandoned. Because if black people can do this for themselves, create their own, and live the life that they was intended to live, what do you call it then? Do you still call it America? Or would you call it something else? I be hard on my people, but I be harder on our oppressors, on our opposers. Don't sit up here and post on something on my page talking about people don't know how to behave, it's evil in people. What people are you referring to? Because it certainly wasn't black people. I can't stress this enough. And enough is enough. I'm tired of us waiting for the fulfillment of America to be what it's supposed to be for our people. And even if it did, we would still live in communities where we don't have ownership and control or influence over our politics, our economics, nothing, the courts, nothing. Having these people rule over our courts, you know what kind of laws and punishment they put down? Having these people that he admitted don't know how to behave and got evil in them in charge of our politics, what kind of laws and legislation would they pass that to affect us? How would they enforce it? Like I said in the earlier video, you got a guy sitting up there from Tennessee, he trying to reinstate lynching as a form of punishment. They still don't know how to behave. People, ooh, don't get me started. Man, don't come on my page and just making no vague comments. Tell me exactly who it is you're referring to that don't know how to behave and have the evil in them. Because I don't want nobody saying I'm saying anything. I want you to come on here and tell me exactly who you're referring to about the idea of America. People don't know how to behave and there's a lot of evil in them. Who exactly were you referring to?